This story could start in a lot of places. It could start with President Reagan, it could start with the first political endorsements. But this telling of it starts on the 1st of June 1980, when CNN began broadcasting 24-hour news coverage in the USA. News went from being a scheduled event to a rolling stream of information, and if that information didn't change, if the news didn't change, then people would switch off. In 1985, CNN hired Larry King to present a prime-time news interview show. Larry King's interview technique involved irreverence and humor, and that brought guests onto the show who wouldn't normally have done political shows. Later in his life, Larry King would admit that what he was presenting wasn't journalism, but it was infotainment. Larry King made news. In what was considered a seismic political event, the TV broadcaster Oprah Winfrey endorsed Barack Obama's tilt of the presidency for the first time on Larry King Live. This was entertainment as politics and politics as entertainment. In 1990, on BBC Two, Britain saw the first episode of Have I Got News For You, a show in which politicians and the people who were supposed to hold them to account mingled freely with comedians and made fun of the system and the news of the day. By putting journalists and politicians in an entertainment show, the BBC made celebrities out of politicians. Film and TV stars have long been involved in politics, but as time has gone on, the worlds of entertainment and politics have become indistinguishable from one another. Some UK politicians began to act like rock stars. An action hero became the governor of California. Coverage of politics became more entertaining with funny graphics and animals who could predict the future. Politics and entertainment are being presented as part of the same continuum. Music on political shows. Fun polls at the end of serious stories. And with the advent of social media, we all have the chance to be entertainers and political activists, all judged on the same metrics. And then the audience became the news, and reactions to news on social media became news itself. And in doing so, it became entertainment. And because of the metrics in the new media, the way success is measured in clicks and views, journalists have a pressure to have a public platform and a public identity and a public persona, to share their personal lives, their private struggles, all to build a following and to build an audience. You, me, everyone can seek to build an audience in a system that rewards those who shock, titillate and exaggerate. On the 17th of October 2005, the comedian turned late-night talk show host and political interviewer Stephen Colbert coined the word truthiness. Truthiness is a quality characterizing a claim that is looked up in the gut, that is instinctual, that is true despite facts or evidence to the contrary. We live now in a system that rewards and promotes truthiness. Kids in Macedonia were making $2,000–3,000 a day from selling fake news articles about Donald Trump on the internet. Comedians brought to prominence by the Russian state pretend to be UK news presenters. Celebrities pretend to be politicians. And eventually, of course, celebrity and politics become so indistinguishable that the metrics by which politicians are measured begin to change. The size of their rallies, the strength of their Twitter game, the number of celebrity endorsements they have, and how many followers they have on social media all drown out arguments about the importance of values. And then a celebrity wins the ultimate contest. We should be wary of people who try to use politics to further their own celebrity. The future is one in which everyone who has an online social media presence that they use to express themselves and share their opinions is sitting somewhere on the spectrum between entertainment and politics. We need to wake up, finally, to the dangers of confusing the two.